Health Minutes, sponsored by Valley Health.
Hi, I'm Melanie Schaefer. Welcome to Monday Health Minutes with Valley Health. Today we're talking about a very important topic of menstruation. It's an experience that affects women of all ages, but it's often not openly discussed, and that can lead to misunderstanding. So we're talking today with obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Ellie Hood about menstruation today. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
This is a topic that, again, affects everyone, but we're kind of hesitant to chat about it. When does menstruation typically start? Is there an age?
Absolutely. So the average age is around 12, but of course, girls can start earlier than this or they can start later than this. So somewhere a range of 9 to 15 years old.
So be aware. It could happen anytime. Should you chat with your mother or other members of your family to kind of get an idea of how your family goes time-wise?
Yeah, I mean, that's always a good idea, especially to get, their experience on it and so that you're more comfortable and more prepared. We are seeing periods start a little bit younger now. There's a trend towards starting a few months younger on average. It's not always the rule of thumb that you're going to start when your mom or your sister did, but you could certainly, possibly get an idea.
Is there a warning sign that, yes, this is when we're approaching the start of this?
Well, so, when girls start puberty, so 2 to 3 years after that, then they will start their period. So if, a girl's starting to develop breast, if she's getting pubic hair, if she's starting to get taller, then, in a couple of years, we're going to be seeing signs of a period, which may just be a few spots of blood at first. It may be very light.
Is there such thing as a typical period?
Well, a typical period, when a girl first starts their period, it's not going to be very typical. It's going to be very light, probably irregular, and it's going to take several years for that period to straighten out. Okay. And then once we do, hit our prime reproductive years, we are going to have more regular periods, hopefully. And usually they last, anywhere from 3 to 8 days. A typical cycle is about 28 days apart. They can certainly be less than this. They can certainly be further apart, longer than this. But those are about the averages.
Should you talk to your doctor if you think your period might not be normal?
Absolutely. You should always talk to your doctor if you have any concerns at all. Typically, periods are about every 28 days apart. Sometimes they might occur more frequently. They might occur less frequently. They're going to last about 3 to 8 days, so somewhere in that range. So if they're longer than that, you should definitely be having a conversation with your doctor. If they're not happening as frequently, more than, about every 45 days or so, then you need to be asking your doctor. Your period's like a vital sign. It's super important. It's an indicator of your health, just like your blood pressure or your pulse.
Oh, I like how you said that. We need to really be paying attention to it. That's really interesting. What are some misconceptions about menstruation?
Well, some misconceptions, unfortunately, you're right, there are some. For young girls, they think that maybe they can't participate in gym class or they can't exercise or something like that. But really, exercise is going to help you feel better when you have your period. So if you feel well enough, to participate, then I think that's a good idea and that should be encouraged. PMS is something that, is a misconception that it isn't real or that it's an excuse to be in a bad mood, and that absolutely is not true. PMS is real, and it can affect a lot of us pretty severely, and you need to be talking to your doctor about some ways to remedy this if this is happening to you. In general, it's a great idea to take really good care of yourself during your period. Get some extra sleep, eat healthy, make sure you're hydrating.
Conversations you need to be having. I like how you said it is a vital sign of your health. Let's talk about period products. Are there any things that girls and women should know about?
Well, so there's 4 different categories of period products now. So we have pads, we have tampons, and then we have products that are reusable, like period underwear and menstrual cups and discs. So people would choose these just based on their preference or based on what kind of activity they're participating.
Different options for girls. Everything is changing. More and more things are coming on to make this part of life easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Hood, thank you so much for your insight. We sure appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks for checking in for Monday Health Minutes.